Hi everyone, welcome to the Angel Advisory for the week of November 29th to December 5th. Here we go. We're going into the last month of the year and it feels exciting. But first, let's just check into the energy for the week ahead. Today, as I've been pondering this and asking for guidance on it, what has been coming to me is that it feels like it's going to be a week where our past is going to catch up with us a little bit, and we are going to be asked to either let it go, resolve it, or try and fix it somehow. So try and make amends in that so that we can truly sort of have some peace come out of this and just be really relaxed and enjoy the month of December. So why it is coming up this week, I'm not really too sure, but that is every time I've sort of been going into it, it's like, oh, your past is going to haunt you. Your past is going to haunt you. So whatever comes forth for you this week, try and make amends with whatever transpired in the past. You can't go back and change it anyways, and move forward fearlessly into the future. And remember, every choice that you made, and that was the best choice in that moment. And so you have now the tools to make a better choice moving forward. So I really wanted to capture other than that, because that kind of can be a little bit disheartening that we are going to be having this energy for this week of having our past haunt us and that. And so I wanted to draw a card first from the Soul's Journey Lesson Cards by James Van Praagh about the energy and how to support that. So I just shuffled them and drew, and what flew out was the Freedom card. I really love these cards because they have these great mandalas, and I will put that up on with the reading and that for everyone to look at and just sort of have a moment and look at the mandala and think about it in the context of your past coming back to haunt you. Maybe it already is. Maybe it's now the lesson here is to let it go because you can't change it. Or if it does come back to haunt you, look at this, because freedom, this is why it's coming back to haunt you. It is coming back so that you can get freedom to be able to move ahead, to be unstuck from that situation, from that angst, that guilt, the shame perhaps. Maybe it's a love lost and there's a heartache, and that just to be able to get over this and move forward with freedom. We are, as I said, coming into the last month of the year, and that also brings, it's the ending of one and the beginning of a new, and we want to clear up our past, especially from things that are unfinished within this year. Now is the best time to start finishing up those projects. So I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. That is always true. No matter what has transpired, you are the one that makes the choice each and every day that today is going to be a great day. I am going to be happy. And you work on how that's going to look. And you work on shifting whatever emotion or mood you're going through into a place of happiness. So great card for all of us to start this week off with, and just hold on to that. So now we're going to draw some cards from the Energy Oracle deck by Sandra Ann Taylor. And that, I haven't used this now for a few weeks, but it is one of my favorite decks. And yes, it is time, I think, that maybe a new deck comes into my life and we start sharing that one together. But for now, we're just going to do these. Okay, whoop, I'm just trying to get a few cards out here. And quite a few have flown out. So the first one that flew out was appreciation. And we have this woman, and she's standing in a garden, and she's holding a rose. And I want to say what is coming to me from this picture is that she's holding the rose, but she's not looking at the rose. It's more of like, oh, look at me. I'm here. I am this beautiful woman who's dressed lovely in that. And, well, I'm holding this rose. And she's not looking at it. For me, true appreciation of something is to actually be looking at it, be feeling it, be noticing it, and be in the moment with it. So true appreciation this week. So have some appreciation. Listen to those who are talking to you this week. Very important. Perhaps that has something to do with healing your past or the past haunting you. So listening to what people are saying, appreciate how you're feeling in that moment and honor those feelings, and also just appreciate life in general. And nothing is so wrong that you cannot have a good life now. Nothing. It does not matter what has transpired in the past. There are ways to heal and move forward and have the type of life that you really want. So this is about appreciating everything, no matter what it is, and that it's brought you the strength, the courage, the hope, the love, the fear, everything. It has brought you growth, and you have evolved as a person. The next card that came out was envy. This card is always just sort of like a little, I don't know, it just kind of gives me a giggle in that, because we all have envy, whether we acknowledge it or not. We all have envy. And in this case, in that she's holding on to, she's got a dish with some, looks like some gems or pearls or something in it, and she's got a staff that she's holding, but she's looking longingly at the other side here where all this light is. So this is a true case of the grass is greener in the neighbor's yard, and what we have in our own place is not up to par. When in fact, if she was to look at what her possessions were, they are every bit as lovely as what is over there. It is her thoughts and her her thoughts, it's her intentions that have created this, that the grass is greener over there. If she was to go over there, she'd probably look back at her own place and see that, oh, maybe the grass is greener over there. So look at that. Envy nothing. When you are feeling an emotion of envy, and again, that is a prime thing that can lead to past things that are coming up to us. We could have envied something, and that causes us to judge that person and have a slant against who they are. So the envy card tells us not to have envy. If we do, to look at it and see why, and recognize that it is not them, it is us. It is something within us that is causing that to come forth. The next card is Blossoming Abundance. I love this card. It's just so magical, always to see it, and that there's so much happening in it. So Blossoming Abundance. So as we release our past, that's truly what is going to happen. The more that you can get out of feeling guilt, shame, anger, remorse, whatever that is, those negative things that are kind of holding you back, and the more that you can free that up and become free and create this happiness, because again, you have the choice to be happy or not. The lighter that you are, and once that starts happening, everything starts flowing. And abundance is not just money. Abundance is love, and it's time, it's patience, it's everything that is good in life. Abundance is that. It is also money. And often if we're holding all of this negative emotions in us, it does block us so that we cannot experience abundance in our life. So I'm going to end this by pulling one more of James Van Prague's healing cards, or harmony cards. Sorry, the soul's journey, harmony, healing, they're all the good. Acceptance. That's the one that came out for us today, guys. Acceptance. I am learning to accept the things that I cannot change. There you go. Says it all. Lovely. So this week the energy is about our past coming back to haunt us, and about healing that and amending that so that we are able to freely step forward and have an abundant life and have the acceptance. So acceptance starts with you. Accept that the situations are, you cannot change them. They just are what they are, and move forward knowing that everything is okay. So have a blessed week this week. No matter what comes back to haunt you or what is sort of shown to you this week, go to your place of center and calm and accept it and give it your love and nurture it as if it was a small child. Healing to each and every one of you. Namaste. May you have a blessed week. Talk to you next week.